Welcome back to World of Warships Legends with Redsorax. And today, before I get into today's game, I want to share something with you. And here it is. When you have win streaks like this, you end up with win rates going up like this. I finally broke out of the 65% win rate and into the 66. Trying for 69 or 70 someday, and here's my win rate for all of ranked. Not a big fan of ranked, but it is what it is. And here it is, the Tier 6 Nelson. Not my favorite ship, but it is one of my friend's favorite ships at Tier 6, who needs no reason to play it other than it is just what he loves to do. And so in honor of Congratulator, I had a good game in this, and I figured I would share the setup and style of play that this ship is known for. Setting fires galore. Now, as you can see, I'm running a single star flag on 3 of the flags, and I'm running a level 16 with 3 legendaries Cunningham. But I do not have that set up anymore. I am now running with the Azure Lane Nelson setup, and I will show that to you in another play sometime. So let's take a closer look at the captain. As stated, I'm using a level 16 Andrew Cunningham with 3 legendaries with concentrated devastation as his primary perk. In the first slot, we're using Flammable Cannoneer. In the next slot, we're using Gyrating Drill Bits. In the next slot, I'm using Marksmanship. In the 4th slot, I'm using Reaching Out XXL. And for his legendary perk, I'm using Will to Rebuild. My first inspiration is level 14, Queen Elizabeth with 2 legendaries. And my final inspiration is level 14 with 3 legendaries, Leave Galler. For my first module, I'm using Aiming Systems Mod 1. For my second module, I'm using Damage Control Systems Mod 2. And of course, a battleship can only take in the 3rd slot, Targeting Acquisitions Mod 1. So this gives our ship a hit pool of 59,400. So with our guns, we have 406mm 45 caliber Mark 1s, 3x3 turrets. And the biggest thing to look at is that it's got a 46% chance of fire with this build that I'm using right here. So you're almost guaranteed to fire on every round. The Nelson has middle of the line AA defenses. She's not especially fast at 24 knots. With a rudder shift time of 14.9 seconds. And nobody really cares about concealment on a battleship, but there are the stats for you if you're interested. So let's take it into battle and see how we did. Today we're in a division with Ajax Boom 999 and Congratulator. And Congratulator was trying to get his last bureau done of the day in the Fiji. And I figured I'd take out the Nelson just for him. So I did take a look at the mini-map because I'm not leading this at all, so that he could get his mission done. He's leading. And he was telling us we're going to go ahead and go follow the destroyers over to A. There are no destroyers at C, so I agree. And if you're wondering why it loaded in so fast and why I'm waiting around so long, this is captured on my new PlayStation 5. That's right, hater, one more time. Captured on my PlayStation 5. So it does load in a lot faster, which means to sit around a little bit more. And now you're going to see what we do as a goof to each other here. I'm already going to lock onto him, and I'm going to shoot him as soon as my guns are loaded. And as soon as I fire, he's going to fire back. It's a tradition with the two of us. If I'm in an aircraft carrier, I bomb him on the way past him. But I go ahead and open up on him. It's like a good luck thing. Hence why I have a 66% win rate. Now he's going to fire back at me. just to get even. So this ship is known for all three of the turrets being up front, and at the right angle, and you can see the angling there, you can get all three guns lined up together. You do not want to give up a flat broadside in this ship. The Citadel is tremendous, and you'll see me punish another Nelson in this game for that. Now, I would say 90% of the time, this is great with HE slinging, but the ship is also terrible for taking, and now you can see he fired his torpedo, and that's good because you can't lock torpedoes on, and he got them all into me. Anyways, this ship is excellent for slinging HE shells, but it's also horrendously bad for taking HE damage. That deck, the deck is set just right with the thickness of it that it takes a lot of HE spam and detonates. It can't bounce a lot off the front deck, and you can see there's a lot of real estate up there for it to land on, and you'll see in Atlanta later just punish my deck. Now we got a Helena flat broadside, and unfortunately started moving, and I was hoping he wasn't going to move up that much, and right off the bat we get a fire, and with HE slinging I incapacitate something on the back, probably a gun turret with the explosion. And now we have a Colorado coming around, and I've got flat broadside, and I'm gonna hope to get a salvo off on him and get it right in his midships. Unfortunately, I shouldn't be giving up this much broadside back to him, but he's not paying attention to me. An instantaneous one fire. Now, I believe, and he did, he instantly damage con that, so now I definitely want another fire on him. So I'm trying to keep him locked up for a second salvo. And he's taking a bit of a pounding. Got a salvo out. And if I'm not mistaken, he slowed just enough. And I got 4 hits. They do a little bit of damage, but nothing major. There's a Warspite. Gonna go ahead. They were calling for assistance back there, so I figured I'd try and get a fire going on the Warspite. And I really don't like him having that flat of a broadside, because if you notice, he's got me flat broadside, but again, he's not paying attention to me. So moving forward, and that salvo wasn't that great, but I did get the fire, and he's gonna let that tick. So that's helpful for my numbers. And now the collie's backing out. He's keeping bow tanked in. But see, here's the problem we're having over here is I can't get a line of sight on him because everybody's staying in smoke. They're calling on that Warspite for more damage, but he's at the extreme edge of my range. Now I'm going to try and get my guns back over to the collie, and he disappears. And that was just the bane of it right here. It'll get better shortly. Everybody was scared to move up. Colorado's perfect. Put a couple into the mountain. Colorado's just sitting there flat on. And we get the fire. And he fired back at me, but I'm already moving in reverse. See what he does to me. Nothing. All misses. That's how it is with the Colorado. And some salvo came in from something over there. Take another shot at the Colorado. We haven't stacked up a lot of numbers yet here. And I'm on fire. Now this is the thing about a Nelson. You definitely don't want to, and I overshot that one. You don't want to take and put out one fire. The Nelson has an amazing heal on it. So you will see me heal back at one point half the health on this ship. And you could do more than that if you had built into that. But I build into a little accuracy, a little damage, a little this, a little that. Now the other Nelson just fired on me, and he fired AP at me. And at the angle he's got me at, that's not a bad choice, so I'm going to go ahead and slam her forward so he can stop taking free angled shots at me. He goes unspotted. Now the fire's burned out, and you can see that I'm a little bit less than a quarter health gone, but it's all green down there on that bar, so I can heal all of that back. And on this build I only have 2 heals. Now my new build with the Nelson Azure Lane, she gets 4 heals with my build, so she can really heal back to full ships practically, as long as it's not Citadel damage, it's all burn or flood damage. Now if you notice, I've got secondary down there next to the hill, and I just set a fire, and that's the only thing you can really put on the ship. You can't switch it out, and I'm not going to build into a secondary on this ship. I'm not going to put on secondary burns and all that, because all your secondaries are at the rear of the ship, so you only really get to use them if you're running away. Now there's an Atlanta, which has our destroyer scared, and as they should be of an Atlanta. And then I was telling my partners, come on man, you guys can rip an Atlanta apart, but they're having to deal with more than just that Atlanta. So I said, time to man pants up, and there goes Hater. He's out right now, and now I've got a win for him, so he can get his win for his bureau, and he's won for me plenty of times when I've fallen short. So it's man pants time up. Let's bring the big battleship in and push these cruisers out. That Helena's been pretty much the bane of everybody back here slinging his fire, but the Atlanta will be my bane once I get finally pushing on him. And I scare the panties off of him, because he doesn't want anything to do with these big old guns. And get some shots out on the Helena, and we land 2, no fires, which is a shame. At 46%, that should have been 2 hits. Is 92% chance of fire. You'd expect a fire there. But whatever, we'll take what we can get. And he's moving off, and I will get another salvo, and he's going flat to me. And I went and loaded, because he's showing nothing but flat broadside. I went ahead and switched to the AP, and that's all she took. Yep, there are times in this ship not to use HE, and that was it. Now, one of the problems I'm having, if you notice I fired my heal, I did not mean to fire my damage control, just my damage repair, but for some reason on my new controller, whenever I press up, my fat finger or whatever presses over at the same time, and I'm just not used to it from the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5 controller. Not saying the controller's bad, the controller's amazing, I just keep doing it. So I did not mean I was going to actually let the fire burn, and I was going to repair all that back before I damage con it, but it is what it is. Now currently we're up on ships. They've only got 1 kill, and unfortunately that was Hater. And there goes the fire. As you can see, the deck catches fire on this ship really easily. Something just fired at me from behind, and I'm going to go ahead and push through. I'm after this Atlanta. Now they are warning me about the destroyers, and I'm trying to feather my speed and feather my turns and not go straight, and here we go. AP shells, and damn it. And there go the torpedoes, because I wasn't going to drive straight lines for him. I know there's still one lingering somewhere, and I'm just not going to give it to him. Now we're tied on bases at the time, but we are up by a lot of points. And I was coming around here, and the reason I have the AP loaded now is I wanted to give that Atlanta a nice little smack. And I figured he was bow tanking me. And here comes the shells. He's trying to get some through before I come around. And there he is, and nope, he's running away. So I go ahead and fire him. And I switch back to HE because they are really light. And I will destroy modules. But man, does he sit here and make me pay for this. This is just ridiculous. And there's one fire. Now this is also one of the reasons why I switched up. I can no longer take all this fire damage with my new build, because I took the new perk Fighting Fire with Fire, which when you get 3 fires set on you and you don't have a damage control, it automatically puts the fires out. And as you can see, I'm at 2/3 health now because it's burned me. I burned up so much. And I'm letting it burn. I'm still not worried about it. It's only 1 fire, and I can heal all of this back. So I just want to get rid of this Atlanta, and I'm asking my friends, Ajax, and anybody, shoot this damned Atlanta, because he knows I'm the perfect target. Now I've got 2 fires, so I pop the repair and the damage con and the damage repair, and you can see, look at the heal, look how fast it is, look how much I'm healing back. Damn near half of my boat's health has been healed back right there. Now I'm without a damage control, and I've damage conned everything. Now you can see the Nelson, there's 1 fire on me. You can see the Nelson's giving me flat broadside. And unfortunately I had AP ready, and now I have I had HE ready. Now I've got the AP loading. Now I'm up to 3 fires. This is where the new perk would be. This is why the Nelson can be very finicky when you have no damage cons. But look at the Nelson. I'm trying to keep a little angle. I still don't even have enough, but he's not looking at me. I've got the AP loading. 3 fires on me, burning away, and shots out. Wait for it.
Gotcha, bitch. Damn!
And that's not going to polish out or repair. And at the moment, I have 4 fires burning on me, and now I'm back down to 3. And it's still 17 seconds. Now I'm down to 2, and 14 seconds till I can stop it. Now I'm down to just the 1 fire. So as you can see, this is why I went ahead and switched it to the Azure Lane Commander, so I could stop all this fire burning on here. And I did fire AP out there, and I really want somebody to get rid of this Atlanta. And my other partner just went down, and I just got the high caliber, and there goes the Atlanta. Now look, the Atlanta's dead, and there will still be shells coming in for 5-10 seconds. He's been dead, and they're still dropping in. So was going to get the Alba here with 1 more salvo of AP, and bam, it's over. Dreadnought, high caliber, and fireproof. And I don't know how you can call it fireproof when there's that much fire burning on you at one time. 101,000 damage, not too shabby. Top of the leaderboard with 3 kills. Fireproof, Dreadnought, and high caliber once again. And we took home 406,000 credits and a decent amount of experience. And I hope you enjoyed that. See you on the next one. Bye.